Salzburg wonder kid Erling Haland is the toast of Europe this week after netting a stunning hat-trick on his debut in the Champions League. His heroics got us thinking, who else has accomplished the same feat? And amazingly, there are 7 other players to score 3 goals in their first game in Europe's premier club competition. So let's count them down. FNR. Starting off at number 7 is Grafite. Backheel-loving Brazilian Grafite wrote himself into Wolfsburg folklore in 2009 with a hat-trick on his debut and the club's debut in the Champions League against CSKA Moscow. They all count, of course, but a 1v1, a penalty and a tap-in, not really befitting of the man who scored this goal against Bayern Munich. Let's just sit back and enjoy this for a second.
Gegen Ottel und Lell, gegen Rensing, das kann doch nicht, doch es kann wahr sein.
Coming in at number 6 is Italian striker Vincenzo Iaquinta. And that man must have loved black and white stripes. Between Udinese, a loan spell at Cesena, and playing for Juventus, he spent 14 years in Bianconeri. And who can blame him? They do look great on him. I mean, look at that luscious hair. Anyway, Iaquinta and Udinese made their Champions League debut in 2005, and with that all-Italian strike force of Iaquinta and Antonio Di Natale up front, Panathinaikos never stood a chance. A header, a rounding of the keeper, and to finish it off, he spins his marker and powers it home at the near post. Classic Vincenzo. I wonder what he's up to these days. What's that? He just got out of prison, embroiled with the Calabrian mafia. Let's move on. At number 5, we have the one, the only, Yakubu. Everton and Nigeria legend Yakubu was only 19 years old in 2002 and still strutting his stuff in Israel of all places. But he had already mastered the art of running defences ragged without working up much of a sweat or particularly looking bothered himself. He opened the scoring against visiting Olympiacos with a penalty, but the next 2 goals were classic Yakubu. The strength to hold off defenders and the coolness and finesse to roll the ball into the corners casually as always. As the song goes at Everton, feed the yak and he will score. In at number 4 is Tino Asprilla. The colourful Colombian is still widely blamed for upsetting the apple cart and derailing Newcastle United's title push. Personally, I put it down to Kevin Keegan tempting fate, and of course the wrath of Sir Alex Ferguson.
I will love it if we beat them.
Asprilla's off-field antics mostly overshadowed what he contributed on the field, but his hat-trick against Barcelona at St James's Park is still fondly remembered on Tyneside. He got things rolling from the penalty spot and followed it up with 2 thumping headers in a thrilling 3-2 victory. On your Tino, you strange, beautiful man. Yes, that is him in the dinosaur costume teaching his horse to play football. I don't know either. At number 3, Brahimi. Brahimi is a fundamentally average footballer, but with a penchant for occasional mesmeric moments of brilliance. He's so famous for these occasional outbursts that they even have a word for them in Portuguese, Momentos Brahimi. And against Bate Borisov in 2014, Brahimi had 3 momentos. A brilliant finish from a tight angle, a spectacular solo goal, and a searing free kick. But these days you'll find him in Qatar playing for Al Rayyan. The man truly is an enigma.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Coming in at number 2 is Marco van Basten. And yes, we know this one is kind of cheating. This was far from Marco van Basten's first rodeo in top European club competition. In fact, he'd already won the European Cup twice by this point. But it was the first game in the newly revamped and renamed Champions League, and the Dutch master Van Basten scored 4. As you'd expect from Van Basten, there are some bangers amongst these. The first, a beautiful dummy, gets the return, a pinpoint left-footed finish into the top left corner, all whilst falling over. The second was from the penalty spot, but the third, a spectacular overhead kick from nearly the edge of the box. He rounded things off by rounding the keeper and making it 4 in a demolition of Swedish minnows Gothenburg. What a damn shame those ankle injuries caused him to retire at the age of 31. And finally, at number 1, we all knew it was coming, Wayne Rooney. On the back of his starring role at Euro 2004, Wayne Rooney became the most expensive teenager in history when he signed for Manchester United United from Everton for £24 million, and he silenced the doubters almost immediately against Fenerbahce, running onto a Ruud van Nistelrooy through ball in the 17th minute and slamming the ball home left-footed into the roof of the net. Rooney followed that up with a spectacular effort from outside of the box after sidestepping a defender, and for his third, steps up from the edge of the box and curls a free kick into the top corner, just like David Beckham used to do. Although he of course went on to have a record-breaking career for Manchester United and England, there's something irresistible about those early days. Teenage Wayne Rooney was fearless, lightning quick, and on his day, practically unstoppable. As you can see, Erling Haaland is among some esteemed company. Will he turn out to be the next Rooney? Or maybe more of another Brahimi? Only time will tell. So that's our top 7 Champions League debut hat-tricks for you. Which one was your favourite? Did we put them in the right order? What list do you want to see next? Thanks for watching today's video. Just remember to leave a like and a comment, and our favourite viewers will of course subscribe to the channel. Remember to hit the notification bell to get an update every time we post a new video. See you next time.